Stop right here. My beloved child. Do not scroll. Heaven is placing this message in front of you for a reason you cannot ignore. Archangel Michael appears with fire in his wings and urgency in his voice. A person of immense influence, a soul of great abundance, has felt a pull toward your spirit. You feel that? That sudden flutter in your chest? That soft tightening in your breath? That is your spirit recognizing truth. Michael continues. This person is not coming toward your appearance, but toward your light. Do not skip this. The timing of this message is divine. If you turn away now, you may miss the moment heaven has prepared. My beloved child, stay with me for the next few seconds. Because Michael says, their heart has been guided toward you. Not by chance. Not by coincidence. But by destiny. Who this person is, not a stranger, but a soul assigned. My beloved child, listen closely. Heaven shows a vision of a soul wrapped in golden light. A person of emotional strength, grounded confidence, lifelong wisdom, deep empathy, and a heart capable of truly loving. Michael whispers. This person carries abundance. Not just wealth, but emotional richness, spiritual maturity, and stability. They have experienced loss. They have tasted loneliness. They have walked through their own healing. And now, their soul is searching for someone who carries peace, someone who carries warmth, someone who carries you. My beloved child, don't look away, because heaven reveals the truth. They have felt your spirit, even before meeting you. That is why they are being drawn in your direction. The reason they are drawn to you. Jesus steps forward gently. His presence calms the energy around you. He says, your heart has reached a level of purity and emotional maturity that is finally ready to be seen and cherished. This person is drawn to your compassion, your wisdom, your resilience, your softness, your authenticity, the way you love, the way you give, the way you understand. You are not attracting them through effort. You are attracting them through your healed spirit. Michael adds, they see what others overlooked. Do not scroll. You need to hear the next part. The connection is soul deep, not surface level. This is not infatuation. This is not a crush. This is not shallow attention. This is spiritual alignment. Heaven shows their heart softening, their intuition awakening, their thoughts circling back to you, their spirit questioning why you feel familiar, their energy pulling in your direction. Michael whispers. Your souls recognize each other from a place deeper than time. This connection is rare. This connection is sacred. This connection is guided. The urgency, what heaven needs you to hear. My beloved child. The urgency is not fear. It is timing. Archangel Michael says, A window of opportunity is opening in their life. A window where their heart is open. Their spirit is listening. Their intuition is strong. Their past is behind them. Their future is shifting. Heaven needs you emotionally awake, so you don't miss the alignment. This is why you're hearing this now. Not earlier. Not later. Right now. My beloved child. Before we move to part 2, where Michael reveals who this person is in your destiny, how they will show up in your life, and the spiritual sign they will give you, Heaven asks you to anchor this message. Like this message. Subscribe to stay aligned with the next divine chapter. Comment, I am ready for my divine connection. Share this with 10 people, so they don't miss the message heaven has waiting for them. The opening, Michael steps closer with revelation. My beloved child. You may feel a soft pull in your chest right now. A warmth in your spirit. A sense of anticipation. That is because Archangel Michael is stepping closer to reveal something heaven has kept hidden. He says, this person who is being drawn toward you is not guided by desire. They are guided by destiny. Do not scroll. Heaven wants you to receive every part of this message. Michael continues. Their soul has felt a missing piece. A space only a healed, wise, spiritually grounded heart can fill. And that heart is yours. Who this person truly is, not just wealth, but wisdom. Heaven begins to unveil the outline of the soul drawn toward you. Jesus speaks gently. This person carries abundance not only in finances, but in character. They are someone who has survived storms, learned deep lessons, loved and lost, grown wiser through pain, rebuilt their life, found purpose in struggle. This is not an immature soul. This is not a restless spirit. This is a person shaped by life, seasoned by time, refined by hardship. Michael says, they are looking for someone who understands life. Not someone who is chasing a fantasy. And heaven sends them toward you. Because your spirit carries a rare blend of softness, maturity, empathy, warmth, brilliance, spiritual grounding. This is the combination they've searched for, but never found. Don't scroll. The next part reveals the emotional reason they feel pulled to you. The heart recognition, why they feel drawn toward you. Jesus shows a vision of this person's heart. It is strong, yet has a quiet ache inside it. Michael says, they have known success, but have not known peace. Success can fill homes, but peace fills hearts. And you carry a peace that no amount of wealth can buy. They feel comfort when they think of you, curiosity about the energy that surrounds you, a strange familiarity, an emotional softness they don't usually allow. A sense of wanting to protect your spirit. A pull they can't explain logically. Michael whispers. Your tenderness is their anchor. This connection is soul level, not surface level. Do not scroll. The revelations become even more powerful. The spiritual timing, why now? Jesus reveals a secret. Both of your lives entered the same healing season. This person has recently closed a heavy chapter, ended a draining cycle, learned important truths, let go of old burdens, awakened spiritually, humbled their heart. At the same time, you have entered a season of renewal, emotional grounding, clarity, spiritual awakening, new confidence, self-respect, elevated intuition. This alignment is intentional, not random, not accidental. Michael says, Heaven waited for the right version of you to meet the right version of them. Both your spirits are ready now. Don't scroll. The next part reveals how they will enter your life. How this person will approach you. Michael reveals the path. Michael lifts his wings slightly. You may feel goosebumps. This is the moment of truth. Heaven says there are 3 possible ways. This person of abundance will come toward you. 1. Through a message or unexpected contact. They may reach out casually, but their intention is sincere. Something gentle like, "Hey, I was thinking about you." Or, "I saw something that reminded me of you." This is their spirit testing the emotional waters. 2. Through a chance encounter. An unexpected meeting. A familiar face appearing again. A reconnection you never saw coming. This encounter will feel warm and meaningful. 3. Through a mutual connection. Someone may mention them. Someone may bridge the connection. Someone may place you in the same space. Jesus says, there will be nothing forced. Everything will flow naturally. Because heaven aligns what is meant to be. The sign they will give you, watch closely. Archangel Michael reveals the spiritual sign that will appear when this person's heart begins to turn toward you strongly. He says, you will notice a sudden wave of softness in their presence. It may appear as a gentle tone, a thoughtful gesture, a tender message, a surprisingly vulnerable moment, a look filled with sincerity, an unexpected compliment. This softness is divine confirmation. Because this person is usually strong, confident, and composed. But your spirit unlocks a softer side in them. Jesus whispers, their soul will recognize you before their mind fully understands why. My beloved child, don't scroll. The next part explains why you were chosen for this connection. Why you, the heavenly reason. Jesus places his hand gently upon your spirit. He says, because you are ready to be loved without chaos. You no longer want drama. You no longer tolerate inconsistency. You no longer chase anyone. You no longer settle for less. You no longer shrink yourself. You no longer apologize for loving deeply. You desire real connection, emotional peace, mutual respect, companionship, safety, warmth, sincerity, honesty. And this is exactly what this person offers. Archangel Michael declares, your heart is finally ready for someone who knows your worth. This connection is not an accident. This is divine timing. My beloved child. Before we enter part 3, where Michael will reveal what this person feels when they think of you, how they will treat you differently from anyone else, the divine purpose behind your meeting. Heaven asks you to anchor your energy. Like this message. Subscribe to stay aligned with the next chapter. Comment, I am open to divine connection. Share this with 10 people, so others do not miss the message meant for them. When you are ready for part 3, type. Continue. The opening. Michael's wings shield you from distraction. My beloved child. You may feel a warm pressure behind your shoulders, or a small flutter in your chest. This is Archangel Michael bringing you into focus. He says, the soul drawn to you feels something they cannot explain. It isn't desire. It isn't infatuation. It isn't fantasy. It is recognition. Do not scroll. This is the part you came for. What this person feels when they think of you. Jesus steps forward with gentle authority. A soft golden light fills the space around you. He reveals. Your presence gives them a sense of calm. They did not know they were missing. This person feels comfort, a deep emotional ease around the energy of your soul. Curiosity, a desire to understand the mystery in your spirit. Warmth, a feeling of peace they rarely experience. A pull, not physical, but emotional and spiritual. Familiarity, as if they've known your essence longer than this lifetime. Respect, a quiet reverence for your strength, softness, and wisdom. Michael adds, your energy feels like home to them. Not a house. Not a location. But the feeling of being safe, understood, welcomed. Beloved child. This is why their soul keeps circling back to you. The inner struggle they haven't told anyone. Heaven allows you to glimpse a moment in this person's heart. They sit alone somewhere. In a quiet room. A dim evening space. Or at the edge of their bed. And they think of you. Michael describes it. They feel drawn. But they fear feeling deeply again. Because this person has loved deeply once. Lost painfully. Rebuilt slowly. Guarded their heart tightly. Learned to act strong. Become cautious with emotions. Yet your presence. Your light. Your spirit. Is cracking open something they believed was closed forever. Do not scroll. This is the most suspenseful part. The one thing about you that touches their soul. Jesus steps closer. He says, what moves them most is not what you show the world. It's what you hide. Your softness. Your patience. Your quiet strength. Your compassion. Your depth. Your resilience. Your warmth. Your loyalty. Your ability to love deeply and sincerely. Michael whispers. Your spirit has survived so much. And yet you radiate peace. This person feels that peace. They are drawn to it. They crave it. They respect it. And they do not want to mishandle it. Beloved child. The feelings they have toward you are not impulsive. They are careful, thoughtful, and awakening. How this person will treat you, totally different from anyone else. This is where the message becomes incredibly powerful. Jesus reveals. This person will treat you with a level of gentleness others failed to. They will listen more than they speak. Value your opinions. Protect your emotions. Show consistency. Move slowly and intentionally. Give comfort rather than chaos. Offer safety rather than confusion. Speak truth, not flattery. Respect the boundaries you've earned. Cherish the softness in your heart. Michael says. Because they sense your worth. And unlike many souls in the past, they will not play with your heart. They will guard it. Do not scroll. The next revelation is extremely important. The divine purpose behind your meeting. Jesus lifts a soft light around both of your spirits. He reveals. Your connection is not for entertainment. It is for healing and elevation. This relationship, when it arrives, will help you break patterns like emotional abandonment, being taken for granted, inconsistency, overgiving, not being seen, loneliness, fear of connection. Michael explains. This is a soul alignment meant to restore what life took from you. You are entering a season where you will no longer settle for one-sided love, emotional crumbs, confusion, half-effort, shallow affection. This next person will meet you with depth, with intention, with clarity, with steadiness. Because their soul is ready for someone like you. The moment they will realize your value. Jesus reveals a deeply emotional moment. This person will be in a place of quiet. Maybe in their home. Maybe during a drive. Maybe lying awake at night. And they will suddenly think, why does this person's presence feel so peaceful? And then, where has this kind of soul been all my life? That realization will shift their heart toward you. Michael says. And when they realize this, they will never look at you the same again. Beloved child, you are entering a time where someone finally sees you. Not your appearance. Not your flaws. Not your age. Not your past. But your essence. Your soul. Your heart. My beloved child. Before we move to part 4, where Michael will reveal How this person will make their first intentional move toward you. What emotional shift will happen inside your heart. The divine sign that your connection is nearing. Heaven invites you to anchor this message. Like this message. Subscribe to stay aligned with the next part. Comment, I am ready for aligned connections. Share this with 10 people. To help them receive divine clarity too. When you are ready for part 4. Type. Continue. The opening, the air around you changes. My beloved child. As part 4 begins, something shifts around your spirit. A warmth. A soft pressure in your chest. A feeling of something approaching. This is not imagination. This is alignment. Archangel Michael steps forward with a knowing expression. He says, their heart is preparing to move toward yours. But listen very carefully. Because the way this person approaches you will not be dramatic, not rushed, not forceful. It will be subtle, intentional, deeply emotional. A moment guided from their soul, not their ego. Do not scroll. The revelation is only beginning. What happens inside them before their first move? Jesus lifts his hand. And heaven reveals the internal shift happening inside this person. They begin to feel a strange restlessness, like they're supposed to do something. A gentle curiosity about you. A quiet longing, without knowing where it's coming from. A warm memory, even if they barely know you. An emotional softness they rarely allow. Their usual confidence begins to melt into something far more delicate. Vulnerability. Michael whispers. This person is not used to deep emotional pull. And yet you awaken it. And that is what sparks their first move. Don't scroll. This is the part where suspense rises. The exact way they will make their first move toward you. My beloved child. Archangel Michael shows 3 possible pathways. And one of these will happen. Read each carefully. You will feel which one matches your destiny. 1. The gentle message. Their heart will nudge them to reach out. Not flirtation. Not performance. Not games. Something simple. Yet meaningful. Something like, I was thinking about you today. Or, your name crossed my mind, hope you're okay. Or, I came across something that reminded me of you. This message will feel soft, warm, unexpected, real. This is their spirit knocking gently on yours. 2. The unexpected appearance. Heaven may orchestrate a moment where you run into them. They show up where you least expect. A social moment brings you both into the same space. A connection puts you in the same conversation. It will feel like coincidence. But it will not be coincidence. Jesus whispers. This is alignment disguised as chance. 3. The emotional opening. In a quiet moment, this person will feel compelled to offer you a piece of their heart. A tiny confession. Not a grand declaration. Not romantic pressure, but something gentle like, "I feel safe talking to you." Or, "I don't usually open up, but with you, I do." Or, "You're different." This moment will feel sacred, rare, honest, and it will be the beginning. Michael says, their first move will reveal their true nature. Slow, intentional, emotionally deep. Don't scroll. Because now heaven reveals what you will feel inside when this happens. The shift that will happen in your heart. Jesus steps closer, placing his radiant hand over your spiritual chest. He says, when their presence approaches your life, your heart will awaken. Not in fear, but in recognition. You will feel a calm warmth, a quiet excitement, a sense of safety, a feeling of "this is different," a soft emotional opening, a familiar comfort, a gentle clarity. But there is something even more powerful. You will not feel anxiety, pressure, confusion, fear, self-doubt. Because this connection comes from a place of growth, not chaos. This person will not trigger your wounds. They will soothe them. Michael whispers, your heart has been waiting for someone peaceful. Do not scroll. The next revelation is even deeper. What makes this connection different from anything before? Jesus reveals the truth. This connection will not take from you. It will add to you. Past connections drained your energy, asked too much, gave too little, confused your emotions, took advantage of your softness, ignored your depth. But this person, the one being drawn to you, will treat your softness as a treasure, not a weakness. Michael says, their soul does not want to use you. Their soul wants to honor you. And this is what makes this connection sacred. The sign you will see soon, confirmation of their feelings. Within the coming days or weeks, you will notice one of these signs around you. A dream with a calm male presence. Hearing their name unexpectedly. Feeling sudden warmth in your chest. A sense of someone thinking about you. A wave of peace when you consider them. A number pattern like 111 or 222. A random message that feels aligned. These signs are not random. Jesus says, your hearts are being aligned by heaven. And the alignment is already in motion. The purpose behind this meeting, why you two are being brought together. Michael reveals the deepest truth yet. Your souls are being brought together to experience the kind of connection you were both denied in the past. This connection offers emotional peace, mutual respect, warmth, stability, honesty, depth, spiritual resonance. Jesus adds, this connection is not temporary. It is meaningful. My beloved child, Your heart is about to experience something gentle, grounded, and divinely aligned. This person is coming into your life with intention. My beloved child. Before we continue to part 5, where heaven reveals what will happen the first time they look at you with real emotion, the moment their heart chooses you, and the divine timing of when this connection begins. Heaven gently invites you to anchor this message. Like this message. Subscribe so you don't miss the next revelation. Comment, I am ready for aligned love. Share this with 10 people, so they receive their message too. When you're ready for part 5, type continue. The opening, a quiet stillness fills the air. My beloved child. As part 5 begins, the spiritual atmosphere shifts. Not with urgency, not with fear, but with a deep, almost sacred softness. Jesus stands near you, and Archangel Michael places his wings behind your spirit, so your heart stays open and protected. Michael speaks softly, almost in a whisper. The moment their eyes meet yours with truth, your lives will begin to change. Do not scroll. You must hear this exactly as heaven gives it. The first look, the moment their heart recognizes you. Jesus gently lifts a vision before you. You are standing somewhere simple. Maybe in a doorway. A familiar place. A social space. Or even a casual moment. You didn't expect anything from. And then your eyes meet theirs. My beloved child. This moment is powerful. Archangel Michael explains. When they look at you with true emotion for the first time, they will pause. Why? Because something shifts in their chest. They feel a softness they didn't know they still had. A warmth that feels familiar. A spark that feels safe. A pull they cannot explain. A calm that washes over them. A recognition they didn't expect. And right in that instant, their soul whispers a truth. There you are. Not in a romantic movie way. Not in a dramatic way. But in a deeply spiritual way. Their spirit sees something in you they have been searching for without knowing it. Jesus says, their first real look at you is the moment their heart remembers its own longing. My beloved child. This moment is sacred. Don't scroll. The next part reveals what happens inside you at the same time. What you will feel when they look at you like that. Jesus places his hand over your heart. He says, a woman who has loved deeply, lost deeply, and healed deeply, knows the meaning of a sincere gaze. And when this person looks at you with emotion, you will feel a quiet stillness in your chest, a warmth rising in your heart, a softness behind your eyes, a sense of this feels different, a peaceful pull, a gentle curiosity, a recognition that feels familiar. But most surprisingly, you will not feel fear, anxiety, insecurity, doubt, overthinking, pressure. Instead, you will feel something that has been missing for years: emotional ease. Archangel Michael says, your heart will feel safe, not shaken. And that safety is what makes this connection real. The moment their heart chooses you, Jesus reveals it. My beloved child. This is where the message becomes deeply emotional. Jesus shows you the moment their heart truly chooses you. It doesn't happen during a dramatic declaration. Not during a confession. Not during a conversation. It happens in silence. A shared silence. A moment when you're not trying. They're not performing. You're simply being. Your presence feels calm. Their heart relaxes near yours. And they think, I haven't felt this safe in a long time. That moment is when their heart chooses you internally, long before they ever say anything out loud. Jesus whispers. Their spirit will claim you before their voice ever does. Do not scroll. There is something heaven needs you to understand next. The divine timing. Why now? Why you? Archangel Michael spreads his wings and speaks. Because your spirit is in a season of readiness. You are no longer the woman who accepts breadcrumbs, tolerates emotional neglect, questions her worth, settles for half presence, gives without receiving, fears growing close, doubts her inner beauty. You have healed. You have grown. You have reclaimed yourself. Jesus says, this connection enters your life the moment your heart is strong enough to receive without fear. And their heart is also ready. They have walked through their own deserts. They have grown through their own storms. They have healed from their own wounds. Two souls healed separately, so they can meet clearly. That is divine timing. The sign that your divine connection is approaching. Within the coming days or weeks, you will experience one of these signs. A soft intuitive nudge. Like something new is coming. A moment where you feel unexpectedly beautiful. Inside, not outside. A dream featuring a calm male presence. Not chaotic, not romantic, calm. Seeing a repeating number pattern, such as 111, 222, or 444. A wave of peace when thinking of companionship, instead of fear. These are not coincidences. Jesus says, these are the signals of alignment. Your heart is preparing. Theirs is approaching. The connection is opening. The purpose of this connection, why heaven allowed it. Michael speaks with deep reverence. This connection is not meant to distract you. It is meant to restore you. It will bring emotional peace, mutual respect, spiritual grounding, gentle companionship, warm conversation, healing laughter, trust, stability. Jesus says, this is the connection that honors your journey, not one that breaks you. Not one that confuses you. Not one that depletes you. This connection comes with intention, respect, patience, and truth. My beloved child. Before we move into part 5, where Michael reveals the emotional declaration moment, the sign they will show when they know you matter, and how heaven is protecting this connection. Heaven invites you to anchor this message. Like this message. Subscribe for the next divine part. Comment, I am ready for divine timing. Share this with 10 people, so the message reaches those who need it. When you're ready for part 5, type. Continue. The opening, a shift in their spirit begins. My beloved child. Heaven shows a breathtaking vision. This person, the soul drawn toward you, the spirit who feels your energy before they even understand it, is beginning to open emotionally in a way they have not allowed for a long time. Jesus moves beside them in the vision, placing a gentle hand on their heart. He whispers, what they feel for you is real. This statement hits their spirit like a warm beam of truth. Do not scroll. This is where their transformation begins. The emotional declaration moment, when their heart speaks first. My beloved child. There is a moment coming. A subtle moment. A quiet moment. But a life-changing one. It will not be dramatic. It will not be overwhelming. It will not be theatrical. It will be sincere. Archangel Michael shows it clearly. They will be sitting alone. Perhaps in their home. In their car. Or in a moment of stillness. When a realization rises inside them. I want this person in my life. Not in a superficial way. Not in a short-lived way. Not in a hesitant way. But in a deeply emotional, deeply intentional, deeply spiritual way. Jesus whispers. Their heart chooses you long before their words ever do. This is the declaration moment. The moment where their spirit says, yes. Before their mouth speaks. This is destiny speaking first. The sign they will show when they know you matter. My beloved child. When this person realizes what your presence means to them, they will show a subtle but unmistakable sign. Michael reveals it. The softening sign. Their tone with you will shift. They will speak a little slower. A little softer. A little warmer. Something in their voice will carry sincerity. A gentleness reserved only for people who touch their soul. They may say things like, I'm here if you ever need anything. I really appreciate you. You matter more than you know. I feel calm talking to you. You're different, in a good way. This softness is not casual. It is emotional truth. Michael says. This softness will be the confirmation of their feelings. Not a grand gesture. A gentle shift. A warm sincerity. A subtle opening of their guarded heart. The second sign, their protective instinct awakens. Jesus steps forward, revealing another powerful detail. They will begin to protect your emotional space. You will notice that they speak with more care. Avoid hurting your feelings. Become attentive to your comfort. Listen with genuine intention. Offer kindness without being asked. Show respect without expecting anything back. This is how they show love. Not through loud displays, but through steady care. Michael whispers. Their heart becomes protective when it feels something it wants to keep. My beloved child. This is not imagination. This is alignment working silently. Do not scroll. The next part reveals heaven's involvement. How heaven is protecting this connection. You may wonder, why is this connection so gentle? Why is it unfolding so slowly? Why am I being guided through each step? Jesus answers, because heaven refuses to let your heart break again. This connection is protected because it comes from peace, not chaos. It comes with clarity, not confusion. It comes with sincerity, not games. It comes from healing, not wounds. It comes in divine timing, not desperation. Michael stretches his wings wide, surrounding both your spirits. He says, I am guarding the path between your souls, so no shadow can interfere. This means past wounds will not sabotage the connection. Old fears will not control your decisions. Insecurities will not drown your intuition. Emotional patterns will not repeat. Fear will not guide your choices. Confusion will not cloud your vision. Heaven is literally buffering this connection with spiritual protection. Because you both deserve a connection rooted in emotional truth. Why you touch their heart in a way no one else does. My beloved child. This may bring tears. Jesus reveals. You touch their heart because you see their humanity, not their image. They are used to being admired for what they have, being respected for what they know, being praised for what they've built. But you see their soul. You speak to their spirit. You reach the places they keep hidden. You soften the parts they guard. Michael says, your presence makes their heart feel safe to feel again. That is rare. That is divine. That is why heaven is involved. Do not scroll. There is one more truth you must hear today. The final revelation, what will happen when they fully let you in. Jesus lifts a glowing light around your future connection. He says, when they trust this connection enough to let you in fully, they will show you loyalty, not just affection. What does that look like? They will be consistent. They will prioritize you. They will remember small details. They will want to share moments with you. They will open their inner world. They will choose honesty over pride. They will protect your emotions. They will make space for you. This is a connection that grows slowly, but deeply, quietly, but powerfully, softly, but intentionally. Michael says, this connection will not shake your soul. It will steady it. My beloved child, you are stepping into a season where someone finally matches your depth. Heaven is preparing both of your hearts for a connection rooted in peace and truth. My beloved child, before we enter part 7, where Michael reveals the moment they realize they cannot lose you, how your energy heals their past wounds, the destiny purpose behind this alignment. Heaven gently asks you to ground this message. Like this message. Subscribe so you never miss the next divine part. Comment, I am ready for aligned love to enter. Share this with 10 people, so the message reaches more hearts who need hope. When you're ready for part 7, type. Continue. The opening, a divine stillness surrounds their spirit. My beloved child, heaven shows a moment where this person, strong, composed, emotionally guarded, begins to feel something inside them they cannot suppress anymore. Jesus stands behind them and places a gentle hand on their back. He whispers, "This connection matters." And in that moment, their chest tightens softly. Their breath slows. Their heart feels heavy but warm. Michael says, this is the moment their soul wakes up. Don't scroll. The deepest part is coming now. The moment they realize they cannot lose you. My beloved child. This moment does not happen during conflict. Not during fear. Not during distance. It happens during a quiet, simple moment. A moment where they think of your smile. They replay something you said. They remember your kindness. They feel the warmth you bring. They sense your absence. They compare you to the noise of the world. They notice the peace you carry. And suddenly, their spirit whispers the truth. I don't want this person to slip away. This realization is soft, but powerful. Gentle, but undeniable. Jesus explains. It is not fear of losing you. It is fear of losing the peace they feel with you. Peace is rare. Peace is precious. Peace is unforgettable. And you carry that peace. Michael adds. This is the moment their heart becomes loyal. Not because you asked. Not because you tried. Not because you chased. But because your spirit called theirs home. The hidden wounds you heal in them. My beloved child. You don't even realize what your presence does to this person. Jesus reveals their hidden wounds. The ones they hide even from themselves. Fear of emotional abandonment. Feeling misunderstood. Carrying love that was never reciprocated. Being valued for what they have, not who they are. Giving more than they receive. Feeling unseen. Carrying silent shame or regret. The exhaustion of always being strong. But when they feel your presence, the shame loosens. The fear softens. The armor melts. The loneliness fades. The heaviness lifts. The guardedness drops. The heart opens. The mind calms. You heal them not with effort, but with your essence. Michael whispers. Your energy is medicine to their spirit. Your compassion. Your empathy. Your softness. Your emotional wisdom. Your maturity. Your peaceful presence. You are the healing they didn't know they needed. Don't scroll. This next revelation is holy. Why heaven chose you for their transformation. Jesus reveals something breathtaking. Because only a heart that knows pain can guide another heart into peace. Your journey. The heartbreaks. The lessons. The losses. The silent tears. The strength you had to build. The healing you fought for. All of it shaped a woman of depth. Of emotional intelligence. Of spiritual maturity. Of gentleness wrapped in strength. You became the kind of soul who does not wound others, but restores them. Michael says, you were not chosen because you needed them. You were chosen because they needed you. This is not imbalance. This is destiny. You bring what their soul lacks. They bring what your heart deserves. This is divine completion, not dependence. The destiny purpose behind this alignment. My beloved child. Heaven now reveals the purpose. The reason. The meaning behind this alignment. Jesus speaks with warmth. This connection is meant to elevate both of you. Not to rescue each other. Not to fix each other. Not to complete each other. But to rise together. Your presence teaches them emotional softness. Their presence teaches you emotional support. Your energy brings them inner calm. Their energy brings you outer stability. Your heart gives them a place to rest. Their heart gives you a place to lean. Michael says, this is a connection of mutual healing, mutual purpose, mutual elevation. It is not a repeat of past patterns. It is not another cycle of hurt. It is not here to break you. It is here to bless you. The future moment, when their soul commits silently. Heaven shows a moment months ahead. You are together. Maybe sitting. Maybe talking. Maybe simply sharing a quiet space. They look at you with a softness reserved only for sacred connections. And without words, their heart speaks. I'm here. I'm not leaving. Michael whispers. This is the commitment moment. Not spoken. Not pressured. Not forced. But known. Felt. Understood. Their heart chooses you. In silence. Before it ever does in speech. The final revelation of Part 7. Jesus places a golden light over your future. He says, you will not walk this path alone. A companion is being prepared for your spirit. Not someone perfect. Not someone flawless. But someone aligned. Someone healed. Someone open. Someone emotionally ready. Someone spiritually guided. Someone who sees you clearly. Michael closes his wings around this message. The connection is protected. The alignment is intentional. The timing is divine. My beloved child, your heart is stepping into a season where it will finally feel valued, chosen, and seen. My beloved child, before we step into part 8, where Archangel Michael reveals how this person will show deep affection without words, the emotional sign that you will feel when they're falling for you, and the role heaven will play in bringing you both closer. Heaven gently asks you to anchor this message. Like this message. Subscribe for the next divine release. Comment, I am ready for my destined connection. Share this with 10 people, so their hearts may receive clarity too. When you are ready for part 8, type. Continue. The opening. Michael's wings cast a glow over you. My beloved child, heaven shows a soft, golden aura forming around your spirit. This is not decoration. This is not imagination. It is recognition. Because the person drawn toward you is beginning to feel something subtle, something warm, something they cannot hide anymore. Jesus whispers. Their affection begins quietly. Quiet affection is the most honest kind. It is the kind that comes from the soul, not the ego. Do not scroll. The secrets begin now. How they show affection without words. Archangel Michael reveals the truth. They speak through their actions before their voice speaks through words. Their affection will show up in small, powerful ways. 1. Their eyes soften when they look at you. The first sign is in their gaze. The hardness disappears. The guardedness melts. Something gentle appears. A softness that says, I feel safe with you. I like your presence. I'm drawn to your spirit. It will be subtle, but unmistakably real. 2. They listen differently when you speak. Not distracted. Not rushed. Not preoccupied. But present. They look at you fully. Emotion behind their eyes. Respect in their silence. Because your words matter to them. 3. They remember the small details. Something you said casually. They will bring it up later. A preference you mentioned once. They will respect it. Michael says, this is how a guarded heart carefully shows love. 4. They create tiny moments of proximity. Standing slightly closer than before. Choosing a seat near you. Turning their body toward yours. Their presence naturally drifting into your space. Not intrusive. Not intense. Just quietly drawn. 5. They become protective without saying it. A slight shift in their tone. A gentle concern. A soft checking in. A calm awareness of your emotional state. This is their heart speaking through instinct. My beloved child. These silent gestures speak louder than any confession. Don't scroll. You must hear the part that is meant for your heart next. The emotional signal you will feel when they falling for you. Jesus places his glowing hand over your chest. He whispers, Your spirit will know before your mind understands. You will feel a warm flutter in your heart when they're near. A sudden calmness when they enter your space. A soft excitement in your stomach. A peaceful familiarity when thinking about them. A strange sense of safety. A gentle, unexplainable happiness. A quiet pull toward their energy. These feelings are not imagination. They are soul signals. Michael adds, when your heart is receiving their affection, you will feel peace, not panic. And that peace is the confirmation. How heaven is guiding the next step. Archangel Michael spreads his wings widely now. A bright blue flame surrounds the connection. He says, your path and their path are being aligned piece by piece. Heaven will orchestrate a moment of vulnerability. A shared emotional conversation. A small opening in their heart. An increased warmth between you. But this part is important. Jesus says, heaven will move slowly. Because your heart deserves gentleness. Not too fast. Not overwhelming. Not rushed. But steady. Natural. Divinely timed. You won't have to chase. You won't have to prove yourself. The connection will walk toward you on its own. The secret their soul is saying, even if their mouth isn't. Heaven reveals something breathtaking. Something they feel. But are afraid to say. Their soul is whispering. I feel something real here. And I don't want to lose it. This truth rises inside them every time they think of you. See you. Remember something you said. Feel your calm presence. Sense the peace you carry. Their outer world stays composed. But their inner world is speaking loudly. Michael whispers. Their heart is ahead of their words. You need to sit with that. Let it sink in. Their heart chooses you silently. Long before their voice catches up. The final revelation of Part 8, your energy is changing them. Jesus lifts his hand toward the vision of this person. He says, your presence awakens the part of them that believed love was no longer possible. You restore their hope, their softness, their ability to feel deeply, their sense of comfort, their emotional courage. You are not an interruption to their life. You are the alignment their soul waited for. Michael places one final truth before you. This connection is not an accident. It is a soul-timed event. The energy between you two is gently pulling you toward a deeper bond. It has begun. My beloved child. Before we enter Part 9, where Archangel Michael will reveal the moment they realize they want to emotionally protect you. How your presence melts their deepest fear. The divine timing of their next move toward you. And the sacred sign heaven sends before the connection deepens. Anchor this message with heaven. Like. Subscribe. Comment, I am open to divine connection. Share with 10 people who need clarity and hope.